Hello guys, this is Don's Movies, and welcome to the World of Warcraft Lore Q&A number 68. The question for today's video is by Carliger Carl, and he asks: do we use Illidan to lure Sargeras out of his hideout? It would be kinda cool to fight together with Illidan against Sargeras' avatar. Okay, so I've been getting this question for a really long time during the live streams, comments, Facebook, messages, tweets and all that stuff, and I just thought I would do like my own video, like a full video on my own opinion on Illidan and what role I think he'll play during the Legion expansion. I'm guessing since you're watching this video, you most likely already have watched the cinematic and the overview of the new expansion, so you know what's kinda going on, where Illidan kinda plays an important role. Now, at the moment, everyone is just like super excited for Illidan and the Demon Hunters, but no one really knows what Illidan is going to do. Like in the cinematic, he was freed by Gul'dan, and that's about it. I mean, they don't really give us that much to work with at the moment. And a lot of people are just wondering what was Illidan doing in that prison, how did he get there, and didn't we kill him already in the Burning Crusade? And just one word, Maiev. Yes, I'm talking about the same Maiev from Warcraft 3. She was his keeper for 10,000 years. She chased him to the Tomb of Sargeras and to Outland, and now, after we have defeated him in the Black Temple, she decided to take his corpse and capture him because in her opinion, he didn't just deserve death, instead he deserves an eternal prison and torture and torment and all that fun stuff. So she imprisons him somewhere on the Broken Isles with the other demons, and fast forward to today or the near future once the expansion is released, Archimonde teleports alternate universe Gul'dan to Illidan's prison in the main universe, and we're kinda at the point of the cinematic. Right now we don't really know much about what's going to happen, so these are just my speculations, and if you're like watching this like a year after once the expansion is already out, just please keep that in mind. I think the main reason why Gul'dan has freed Illidan is his power. Sort of the same thing that happened where Gromash captured Gul'dan and kinda used him as a battery for the portal. I feel like Gul'dan wants to use Illidan either to open the big portal for the Burning Legion, to just pour the Burning Legion into the world, or use it to somehow summon the avatar of Sargeras, or maybe even Sargeras himself. Like, we don't really know who the final boss will be. Well, at least that is what Gul'dan wants to do. I don't think he will actually succeed in that, because I think it would be very lame if we were all just hyped up for Illidan and then he just dies before the expansion even starts. Instead, I think Illidan will kinda go rogue again and just do his own thing and kinda be independent, as really throughout his history he really doesn't own allegiance to anyone. At first he was with the Night Elves, I mean he's the brother of Malfurion, and then he feigned allegiance to the Burning Legion just so he can get that power and the Dragon Soul so he can actually fight the Burning Legion. Then he went back to the Night Elves, even though he was with the Night Elves pretty much all the time. Then he betrayed the Night Elves when he went against their principles and created a new Well of Eternity and just abused the powers of the Arcane, and for that he was imprisoned for 10,000 years. Pretty much everyone hated him, just started a witch hunt on Illidan and called him the Betrayer. Now once the Burning Legion invaded again, we have freed him like 10,000 years later, only for him to just absorb the Skull of Gul'dan and get all that power, and then get exiled again by the Night Elves for the second time. After that he served Kil'jaeden and the Burning Legion in order to stop the Lich King, who was getting out of control, because the Scourge was a creation of the Burning Legion. It was supposed to weaken the world, but they just got out of control and started doing their own thing, so Illidan was given a task to get rid of the Lich King. He failed, then he was given another chance to stop him, but he failed again, and he just later on just went to Outland throughout the World of Warcraft timeline and just ruled as the Lord of Outland and prepared for the wrath of the Burning Legion, because he knew that they would come for him eventually. So when you look at his history, you can definitely see that he had like a long history of interactions with the Burning Legion, but he was never really with the Burning Legion. I mean, it was almost always out of interest or in order to infiltrate the Burning Legion so he can help his people and fight the Burning Legion. I mean, he was never really like Gul'dan, who was just like straight out power hungry and would go over everything, his people and all the principles, just so he can become more powerful. I mean, Illidan was always kinda different, like he would do stuff no one else would do, but it was always for a good cause, and that is why a lot of people consider him a misunderstood hero. So this is why I think Illidan won't be with the Burning Legion throughout the new expansion. He might be at the start since he was freed by Gul'dan, and a possible scenario could be him, as I said, being used as a battery. I know the term sounds kinda weird, but technically he was used as a battery, and then us freeing him in order to stop the portal, similar to kinda the World's End scenario. And after that, I think he will be a good guy, not necessarily an ally, but not like a raid tier boss in any way. Also, one of the reasons for him not exactly being like our direct ally is he has history with the Night Elves, and especially his brother Malfurion. Although they did kinda part on good terms in Warcraft 3, but they agreed to never meet again, so they're gonna meet again for like the third time, and I don't think Malfurion is gonna be happy about that. So just to wrap it up, I think his role in the expansion will be very important, and that he will be on his own side, even though he won't really be an villain or an enemy in any way, so he might help us out here and there, but he will just kinda do his own thing. Alright, that is all I have for this video, and I hope that answered your question, and do leave your own questions for the next Q&A. I'm also going to do the big Q&A, so just leave any question that you have. I'll try to pick them up eventually and just cover them in like a really big video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, as it really helps the channel and keeps all these videos going. And thanks a lot for taking your time out of the day to watch this video, and see you next time.